So good morning guys and welcome to another tutorial series on designing with Zahr. So for this tutorial video there are two things, key things I think I'd like to cover. One being recreating this social media post template, and two being making 5 variations of this social media post using the background picture. So what I'm going to do essentially is use the background picture to create 5 variations of social media post designs, and then this specific design will be one among the 5. So I had created this for a social media post on one of my Instagram channels, and I'm just going to open up blank page, one single blank page right now, and start the process of recreating the social media post. So if you go into pictures and you type floral, you will get a lot of grids. You don't have to use the specific flowers, but I'm going to just navigate through the panel and then you see what comes up. You type floral in the photo category of canvas, and some pretty nice pictures come up. Canva, a lot of beautiful also things. So if you have like a business page and you like doing floral posts, you have a lot of option. If you have specific color theme, there's a lot of pink, purple, pastel pinks, green, nice vibrant colors that you can use. Okay, so that's it. So this picture, you are not going to find it under the search floral. So you have to type flowers in order to find it, and I'm going to navigate to that search until we find it. So this is similar to it, but not exact. And probably I could make a tutorial about creating floral posts, social media posts. And so here we go. This is the picture that we're actually looking for, and we're going to drag and drop it on this blank paper right here, right? And from here on out, we're going to start designing. So this design, I think it's literally drag and dropping the background picture, creating this, which is 3 section of one part, and then the border. So literally 3 steps. So we're going to see now how fast you can actually create this. So the same way in Canva. So the same way Canva interface has a couple shortcuts where you can press T, where you can press T to bring up your text. You can actually press R to bring up a rectangle. This is a very nice one. But that's not the color we're using today. And so, right, so I'm just gonna shrink that down, and right, so clicking down on the icon and pressing it, you're able to duplicate the rectangle, and you can see the distances from there, 379 and 333. Now we're just going to change the color of it. Just going to change the color, and then if you press C in Canva, you get a circle, and so that's it. So we're going to group this together. I did, at least you didn't have to make it larger in order to group it, but that's something you can do if you wanted to. So I'm not going to let this hold the page up. I'm going to make it much fuller than this one, because of course I am going to fade it. So with fading it, you can group it and then fade it, because then everything fades equally. So I think 75 would be good. You can ungroup it back if you please. I wish to ungroup it. And then I'm going to add my border. So you can find your border in this category right here in Canva, but because it's on my recently used, it's right there. And so um, the original board of musicals was not very good because I need to shrink this down somewhere and fit it to the page. And we fit the border to the page, so now I'm able to see these edges, which I do not want to see. So I go and left twice, then I realign it back here, and then I go over to my right and down once, right? Just so it's centered. And yeah, I lock that in, and that is the pose. So just to recreate this one, I'm going to do that quickly. So let me see, curly. If you type curly in the elements panel, this is how nice designs come up, and this design on the back of the word is going to come up. So this is what I used. Yeah, this one is what I used. This one, just to duplicate it, change color. We're going to flip it. And so we'll lock that in, and that's good. We're going to now group this and lock it in. What I'm going to ensure is I'm going to unlock the border. So yeah, so this wasn't that visible, so I'm gonna let it stay, and then pressing T brings up your text. You can type your social media page, social media page or handle, because you know that's what you use on IG, handle, not necessarily page. Then I'm going to change the effects of this to mimic what I had done right there. Okay, so now that I've changed the background color from black to white, I'm actually going to duplicate it, and then you can put whatever color you want. So for this, that nice deep purple, try that. What we can do is we can offset this a little bit. So 63, I make that a little bit bigger. Okay, just moving the two words and grouping this, gathering the two words. So right, so that's the exact center right there. And then we're going to draw a cursor. Remember I said in the earlier tutorial, draw your cursor wide enough to cover all your elements, and then group them. I know you cannot able to center this, right? So I think a little bit up, so will be good. Okay, and then what I had done was some dots. So if you type dots in the element templates, nice things come up. And so we scroll down to even one. This is similar. Let me scroll down. This is very similar to this, but the variation in color and designs of the dots are nicer. They're really nice. Both are nice, but I'm going to try this because this looks so unique. So I'm going to see if I find the one that I had originally used, so you guys can see. Of course, you see a lot of different things come up when you type dot in Canva. So if you wanted more unique designs, you can always do that. Okay, so I'm not actually seeing those. I'm going to change this color to include that color, and I think I'm going to do purple this time around. And you can spread it wide enough to cover for the coverage of your page, and you can actually replicate it. Where you come from? Hello. Let's issue here with all these circles, so it seems like I saw first don't see, right? So back on track with this circle. So I'm going to actually replicate this circle, hold down the elements, pressing Alt, and I'm going to invert the colors, probably slightly change them. I'm going to change the shade of the purple. I'm going to flip it both on vertical and its horizontal axis, and then I'm going to align it in a way where it looks decent. You can do it exactly on top of each other, or you can do it like this, like what I've done here, and I'm going to group it and just enlarge it. I am going to enlarge it, so I'm going to fit it perfect to the page. Not really, just ensure this is centered. So I'm not really going to do that. I'm going to fade it, because you don't want it to be visible but not obnoxious, right? So I'm going to fade it a little bit, and then what I am actually going to do is unlock here for a bit and drop all these elements to the back, because this is already grouped, so I'm going to drop this to the back, and then I'll get to lock this border back in, and this is the last thing we get to text. So pressing T. So social media posts, underscore title slash, sorry about that, and I'm going to replicate it almost in this style. So just trying to center this within the parameters of these circles, and I'm going to shrink this down a little bit because I don't want this to go underneath the borders. That font size is good for me, so I'm going to use a pink color first. So I'm going to change the effects to color. I'm going to use a pastel pink color, very light one. Right, I'm actually going to increase the glow, and then I'm going to duplicate this, change the effect, and change the color. So I'm gonna go with this white. Okay, so I'm just now choosing between this white and this gray color. I think I'll go for the white. I think I'll be going for the white. And like I said, you can always play around with this. So I'm going to look at the font size 89. I think I'm gonna do this at 88.5. What? 88.5. Okay, we got an 88.5. If you want, you can also decrease the transparency down to 95. And then you kind of want something like this effect, but not so dramatic. You want it really subtle. So I think the pink color maybe. Oh, I know what I did. Okay, so we need 3 duplications. So, okay, we're going to change this one. Let's go with this rustic color. So we're going to do this one at 90. Right, this one is already 88.5. Okay, no problem. We're going to do this one at 89. 89, gonna fit it. So what I did was I offset it the words in a way. So I'm going to put this color back up to 100, make another duplication, and then I'm going to do that white color, and then I'm going to do this one at 88.5. Okay, now so there we go. And, okay, so we have to lock this. So now I'm going to group these, right, and I'm going to lock it in. So I'm going to just drop it behind the background, shrink it a little bit, size it, so it's already on the center. Okay, and so the logic behind this, right, was I wanted it to be in a way the same way Canva has this weird text function that creates like purple and pink on the outside of the words. I wanted to do something similar to that, but I didn't want the same effect that had. So I'm still able to put the brown from here in there, and as well as the pink from the circle, and kind of offset them and shift them a bit to create some depth in the word, right? And so that's basically the logic behind it. You can choose to create that, you can choose to not create it. It's always up to you, literally always up to you. And so yeah, I think this is a good social media post design, and it works. So right now this is one among 5, and so I'm going to just create, I'm going to move this forward and then create some other variations. So one thing I had forgotten to do is that for this video earlier, when I put the background picture in, I should have just instantly duplicated, make replications of the different pages with the same background, because essentially that's what happens, the same background. So just going back into photos, my background pop up, so that's not too much work. Yeah, and then there we go. And now I'm going to create 4 other designs using the same thing. So before I do that, I'm going to create 4 pages. Okay, so I'm at 4, and there we go. Okay. So what I want to highlight and mention is that from this color, so the color palette for this one isn't available to you, at least to me, for this video. And so usually when the color palette is available, you can use that to mold really the design of your social media post. So just basically top, I'm just going to create 5 easy 3-step social media posts, and I'm gonna take that out. And I want them to be very easy. I don't want them to be hard for anyone to make. Like literally can make them in the heart of things. So I'm gonna use a gray color here. I always shift these upwards. So nice. Let's see. Do some more. Okay, so this is nice. So I'm going to center this. I want to make it a little bigger. Right, so should I this? So I do want the picture to show. Yes, so I can flip it and actually lock this, right? And even so, just with this, I can even unlock it and alter the transparency, right? So if you wanted to alter the transparency, it's best to put it to the page. And then alter the transparency, right? So I think that one's okay. And so this looks pretty nice and decent. So like I said, I really want these designs to be literally few steps, very easy for someone to create. And there we go. So now we're just going to go 2 times and go up and over. So for this now, I'm just going to try to select color for this. So right now I'm just selecting a color for the border. Yeah, so we can do white. Within the page, you can also do this deep purple. Right, select color. You can do even a deep purple. You can do a really light purple, light pink color. You can do a white. I think this one is okay. I love that one. So basically we're done with that one. So moving on. So need a rectangle. So for this one I'm going to do black and purple. So I'm going to do another purple. I'm going to do, you know what, I'm going to do a deep purple. I'm gonna fade it. I'm gonna replicate it. So I'm going to use the transparency for this one. I'm going to use deep purple and a pink, and not a pink, sorry, greenish yellow. So I think that looks nice. I'm going to set it. You can actually shrink this down if you want. You can group it and even fade it somewhere. So if you want, you can actually, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to expand this page, but if you want it, you can pick the page with it, or I don't want to pick the page with it, because this is more like ideal for if you're doing like purples. You have like one picture you want to put on a social media post, and I'm going to go in again the border that with a very deep, a deep hole. So right now I'm just deciding to do a border, right? And I know that's thingy. I don't want this border to be super thin. Right? Wow. Okay, so okay, I'm not gonna this in. So we have one. The writing on there. We have to see these things. And so for this one, I think I want it. Can I do black and white? Let me think. I can do black and white with this. So I can do black, this color, white, peachish. And I want to change white to pink. So remember that this color is not really a black, it's a deep purple. So if you even wanted it to be like purple, you're just gonna alter the transparency and see what comes up. Okay, that looks nice. Looks decent. Looks nice. What else could we do? Well, this one's a Zahr I used before, so I'll go ahead and try that. Okay, I'm gonna try this. No, it's sweaty that damn dog is annoying as F. Okay, so this one is I'm gonna put it, and I'm gonna put it on both axes. No, I don't want to make it sound. Okay, so this is what I decided to do. So we have some colors when you replicate, especially the circles in Canva, you have overlap colors like this, where it creates a very pretty unique design. But if you wanted to make things a little bit more interesting, you can keep one small, make one larger. You can play around with it, essentially. So I'm not just going to group and feed them, right there. Yeah. One group, and then I'm gonna group, and then I'm gonna put a border there. So for this, I'm going to put this paper. I don't want a super thin border this time, so like I said, I didn't want a super thin border. So you notice one effect with the border is this the top portion of the page, the element that faded, the border is somewhat almost fits in there. So I'm going to change the transparency until it blends in. I want to do that. No, I can't remember. What you can do is change the border to blend in, or let it stay the same. Just decided to stay the same. So we have the social media. Okay, I have one more design. What can we do with this design? I'm going to do something simple. Nothing too crazy. I'm actually going to put the border on the bottom. This time I'm going to use a black border. This to the front. But there are so many designs that one person can create just with these designs, just with these social media posts. There's so much things you can do with it. And so this is actually, I'm gonna let this see. I can't read it. So probably I need it to clear this purple color. Does that work? I think that looks nice. I just want to fade it. You know what? I'm going to put the purple on the top. A deep purple on the top. Pastel pink color. Deep purple. Pastel. I don't know who this is. Okay. Alright, so I guess this is gonna work. And so yeah, I'm gonna like that, and I guess that's the last design. So most of these design incorporate purple, Um, but you can choose the different color schemes even out of the background and use that to create a lot of different things. So this is what we recreated, and from there, this is my social media, the cover of my social media post, and create a cover of every social media post. This is what I recreated as one of the designs. This is 2, number 3, 4, and number 5. So you can even use different color themes and fade and play around with the elements and get your social media. So for this, I just wanted to show you guys. So essentially, I just wanted you guys to see how you can create your social media. Using Canva, even if you have one specific background that you want to use, you like to use, you can still use it, but use different social media, but create different social media post designs using Canva. So I am just trying to censor this. So we can keep it white. The options are also purple. We can do black. We can do a dark gray. So dark gray can whichever one. It doesn't matter. I'm just showing different variations. So really with this post, I just wanted to use one background and create 5 variations of 5 different social media post designs using one background and show you guys how easy it is to transform one background into so many other different social media post designs. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please remember to thumbs up, which is like thumbs up I like. Subscribe to the channel if you like my content, and comment in the comment section. This video, I am actually going to go back over everything that I designed for this tutorial video. So this was a sample. This was the cover for my social media page that I designed, and these were what I went through for this specific tutorial, right? And I'm just going to go through and I guess label each. So I'm going to select the page, and then from here on I'll just be on mute. I'm going to type on each page. So this was a sample. I don't want this to be gray, so let's be a mute. Shut up, girl. Okay, great. Transparency. Okay, so I've decided to not be a mute because obviously I can't shut up. And so, yes, so you just saw me change the word there to gray, and I put the transparency on the letter. I'm going to make it a little bit larger. Before I'm going to duplicate it, and then I'm going to drop this one behind the border. Then I'm going to lock the border, this one. So I'm going to put SMP sample cover. So SMP, whenever you hear me reference SMP, it just means my social media post, right? Yeah. So right here I'm going to just put SMP. On under score sample. I'm going to cover. I'm going to replicate. And I'm going to replicate this. I'm going to drop this right here, and this is the same font size as the above font, and as well I'm going to just that's locked in. Go this further down, and this was SMP design sample cover. This is also, what we call this, a sample. So this is the design cover. Design, I'm going to put cover in that. I'm going to replicate it, and then I'm going to put this at the bottom. So now you just see me moving on to the second design. So I'm gonna put design number 2 right there, right? And then I'm gonna put this. I'm putting all of the subtitles to the low left corner of the template, right? And then all the designs are locked, so all I have to do is just drop this behind the lock design. So before I even do that, I have to duplicate it and then drop this further. And then now this is design number 3. Per usual, I am going to duplicate this. So okay, so there is space, as I was considering. And this is number 4. Duplicate. And that's number 5. Right, and I do want these wording to be very light, and that's it. So this was the 5 posts that we created using one background. So it was one background and we created 5 variation, 5 social media posts variation. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. So there's an N missing. So the design is spelled incorrectly. So I'll just go back through and make that small correction. That is no big deal. I'll just go back through and make the correction. So yeah, you just basically saw me that. So these were the 5 social media post designs. Yes. I have the designs correct, and then I'm going to download these and post them on my social media on the day I'm going to upload this video. So if you follow my social media, the Zahr's design, you'll see when I upload this before actually publishing it. So anyways, thank you for being posted, and thanks for the views. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe.